This might be the most beautiful burger I've ever made. The first thing we want to do is make our pickled jalapenos, just because these need to sit in the fridge for the longest. Seeds and all, we just want thin strips. You can make these in advance, they're so good on everything. I'm just using a cute little mason jar. Make sure you wash your hands or wear gloves, and definitely don't touch your face. Now in a saucepan, combine water and vinegar, and we just want to bring this up to a light boil. When it's nice and warm, I'm going to add salt and sugar, and the goal is for them to dissolve inside the liquid. I'm going to take a generous amount of pickling spice and add it to the mason jar, then carefully add your warm mixture to the jalapenos. It should fill up right to the top. Quick shake and bake, and then put this in the fridge while we do everything else. It's time to talk burger. This is 80-20 ground beef. What does 80-20 even mean? Very simple. There's 80% meat and 20% fat. The higher the fat content, the juicier the burger is, but keep in mind it will shrink as the fat renders out. We're making smash burgers, so I want every single patty to be about 150 grams, which is around 1/3 of a pound. Because when we smash it nice and flat, it's gonna shrink out and I still want it to fit the burger nicely. Also, you definitely don't have to weigh it out like me. If you buy a package of 1 pound ground beef, just bake it into 3 parts. I wish I could tell you this next step is optional, but this is when we're gonna take the burger from like a 7 all the way up to a 10. We need a white onion. Just peel it when it's whole. And we're gonna be using a tool called the mandolin. This is just a tool that's made to thin slice vegetables and is gonna slice on this very sharp blade. We want the onions to be ultra thin. They should look just like this. And remember, no pain, no gain. Okay, we got another quick intermission. Don't let something like not having a mandolin discourage you from making this recipe. You can easily thin slice the onion. So I'm just throwing that out there and back to the recipe. What is a burger without a beautiful sauce? I learned this technique from the homie Cooking with Shireen. We crack an egg. Don't crack the yolk like I usually do. Couple squeezes of lemon juice. Dijon mustard because we're fancy. Cup the yolk with a hand blender. Add in a cup of oil. And now blend. Now we have a beautiful homemade mayo, and you just saw how easy it is. To this, I'm gonna add ketchup, tiny bit of my favorite buffalo sauce, as much sweet relish as you like. A little chipotle chili powder will make it smoky, touch of smoked paprika, and we finish with salt. Come on, now tell me that sauce won't be good on a pair of flip-flops. Refrigerate this, and that will help it concentrate in flavor, and we want it to stay cold until serving. The perfect burger calls for the perfect French fries. I can eat fries every day for the rest of my life. And for that, we're gonna need russet potatoes. We're just gonna peel them down and just slice them into your desired shape. I like all shapes, but this is the one for me. These get tossed into an ice bath. That's gonna wash away the starch and keep them nice and alive until you want to cook them. We're gonna pat them dry. We don't want any of this water to go into the hot oil. We want the first fry at around 300 degrees. This is just to cook them on the inside. Just gently drop them so they don't splatter. We're gonna cook them for like 5 to 8 minutes just to get them nice and tender on the inside. They're still light in color and undercooked on the outside. Now we're gonna crank the heat up to 375 and just back in until nice and golden like me. As soon as they're done and strained, toss them into a bowl. Instantly hit them with Cajun and just give them a quick little toss. For the burgers, I'm gonna be using a cast iron skillet. You can easily do this on the Blackstone. You wanna get the pan screaming hot before you add the oil. Gonna give it a quick spray and pray. I'm gonna place it in the center and just press it down. Quickly hit it with salt and pepper, then pile on those onions. Be patient and don't mess with it at all. You wanna sort of press down and scrape off the sides and just give it a nice little flip. 2 slices of American, and all we have to do is let the cheese melt. And all that beautiful flavor, I'm gonna take the sesame bun and toss it in to assemble our burger. We toss on the special sauce, a couple homemade jalapenos, the beautiful burger. I just want this burger to be greasy and fatty. We're gonna add a side of that Cajun fries, and we might just have given Five Guys a run for their money. Whenever I eat a burger, I want it to be sloppy and greasy and not perfect. Literally just like this. Okay, to eat, we're gonna tuck in the elbows, and as always, now bismillah. There is so much flavor in that bite, and overall the burger is just fabulous. Every bite is gonna be packed with flavor.